Okay, thank you very much, Kevin. Yeah, just Adnan Salim at Radisys. So what I'm going to present today is a live demonstration of what's usually referred to in the industry by GSMA as 5G new calling. There's other standards behind it that are being defined and being implemented now by multiple vendors and operators called IMS data channel. So what it essentially allows the user to do is any voice call that you make. So we've had voice calling for about 100 years or more, right? Every PSTN is basically a voice call. What this allows the voice call to be made using standard PSTN infrastructure, but have the user be able to respond to it in a visual manner. You'll kind of see what I mean by that when I kind of give you the demo in a second. So the demo is going to include multiple aspects in it. So it's going to be visual interactions based on initiating a basic audio call. It's also going to have multiple languages for translation as capability, and also has a generative AI component built into it. So you can have full generative AI in a general sense, as well as a customized custom data set as well that is going to tune the responses to me in terms of what I'm looking for, and you'll kind of see the example use case of that. So the general AI, generative AI in my speech responses, as well as it detects I'm asking for something very specific, unique to me, it will give me that because it's coming from a custom data set. No, I'm not. No, it's okay. Yeah, thanks. So on the right-hand side, I think what you see is that the solution can run on any existing network, 3G, 4G, LTE, 5G. It can run on any device. It doesn't have to be a super expensive phone. It's basically any phone that has a browser built into it, and you don't need to download any apps. So it's completely an appless solution. So the application is built using our Radisys Engage Digital platform that's providing the complete end-to-end solution that you're going to see in this demo, all aspects of it. So what I've done here is to kind of give you some examples. So as you kind of see, 4.3 trillion calls are made every day, kind of some stat there, but they're all just almost all of them, or without the very few video calls, they're all audio calls. Now, when you make a basic audio call, you don't get the data channel part of it where you can go and fill in some information. So for example, if I call the doctor to make an appointment, he might be saying, well, I have an opening at this date and this time and then this date. Will this work for you? Will that work for you? Why can't you just show me while I'm in the audio call with my doctor, why can't you just show me the calendar, and I will touch my screen and say, okay, that one works for me. And then that information goes back. Or another example is, if I'm talking to somebody and I say, I'm looking for mortgage rates, I say, so immediately on my screen while I'm talking to somebody, or virtual assistant, immediately the screen from that insurance company or banking company can show me, here are the current rates available. I can select the one I want, and immediately the guy knows, okay, this is the one I'm interested in, and I get more information on that. So there can be almost near infinite number of examples when you combine audio with visual interactions. And this is what 5G new calling is all about, or the IMS data channel is all about. So I'm going to do a custom application. So the scenario here is, now play with me here. So this is a built for, assume that you're in Barcelona and there's a tourist number. There's a PSTN number assigned for tourist services. So you call that number, and normally what would happen today is there'll be some audio prompt, or maybe some operator will answer, you talk to them. But while you're doing that thing, I may ask for some questions, or may give me some recommendations. Hey, while you're in Barcelona, you could do this or that. And you can visually describe it to me, and I can go and select more information, detail on it, and I'm also be able to enter my credit card or banking information on the phone rather than speaking it, which can obviously be not secure by speaking your bank information or Visa numbers. I can literally enter that information while I'm talking to somebody and press accept, and I'll get a confirmation of that purchase that I might have made. So that's kind of the demo I'm going to show. So without further ado, we can go back to this slides maybe a little bit more after this, if needed, but I'll make sure I have enough time for the demo itself. So here, I'm going to share my, I'm going to move it to the center here. I am just, whoops. Okay, move it to the center here. So I'm literally just sharing the screen of my mobile phone here so you guys can all see it up here. So as I mentioned, this is a standard audio call, and I'm going to open up my phone dialer. I'm going to go to my keypad, and you can see that this is not being fake. Some way I'm actually making a real PSTN call. So oops, let me call this number here, just a second. you'll see it immediately a visual response from the application responding to my audio call.
Hi, this is Lola, your personal assistant. How may I help you? Please speak after the beep.
Can you tell me about the things that Barcelona is most famous for?
Barcelona is known for its stunning architecture, especially the works of Antoni Gaudí. The city is also famous for its vibrant art scene, including the Picasso Museum and the Joan Miró Foundation. Additionally, Barcelona is well known for its delicious food, particularly its tapas and seafood dishes.
Which city is larger by population, Barcelona or Amsterdam?
Barcelona is larger by population, with approximately 1.6 million residents compared to Amsterdam's population of around 860,000. However, both cities have a significant number of tourists and expats, which can also impact their overall population numbers.
Can you help arrange an evening out with some of my colleagues?
Yes, of course. Here are the top 3 options for you.
Now it's getting specific.
Sail through the Mediterranean Sea with snacks, drinks, and live jazz. Try wines and tapas in Montserrat. Watch the world's most marvelous flamenco show at the Barcelona Theater. Would any of these options be of interest to you?
The wine tasting tour looks interesting. So now it's taken me to the information page about the wine tasting tour. Oops, my screen went blank. The wine tasting tour information now. Now this is the business that somebody could advertise as part of Barcelona tourism, and then they would get referral from this thing. And here, any information that I need, I will go and find for that specific business by simply making a regular audio PSTN call. And now, more than that, if I need to talk to somebody, I can press the button, talk to us, as you see on the bottom left. It will then connect me. If I need more information, it will then transfer the call and connect the call to the owner of the business. And we have language translation too, but that's not the purpose of this demo. They could be speaking in Spanish, or could be speaking in English. We'll do live language translation as well, if needed, if we find out the other party speaking a different language. But here, to complete the transaction, if I have enough information about this particular thing that was recommended to me, I can go ahead and I think audio cut out from here. Okay, I'm going to go fill in my information here now. Yeah. And I put in my email address, say this. So this is while the audio call is still connected. In this case, a virtual assistant, but it could be somebody I could be talking to. They show me the form, and I fill in how many people are going to attend. I go select the date that I want. Let's say I pick a time, 7 p.m. Okay, and if things looks okay, and I just go make a reservation. So just remember, I'm still on an audio call with either a virtual assistant that's referring to me or a real live person on the other end of the call, while this visual interaction is going on. The other person saying, hey, here's a form for you. You can fill it right here, make a reservation. So then I go ahead and make the reservation. And by the way, actually, before I show this thing, there's also, you can go back and forth. At the top, it says dialogue, and on the right-hand side, it says interactive view. So you can always switch back and forth between what the transcript of the dialogue was, as well as what the interactive view, meaning what you're being offered to go have an interactive response, the information that I can enter here. So I'm going to go and fill in my information here again, because I jumped back. So per people 6. So this might be even including things like, as I mentioned earlier, maybe Visa card information that I may not want to be speaking out. You just enter it in here, it goes through a secure session then. And I say, okay, and then I make a reservation. Oh, you didn't hear that? It just said that, oh, your booking is confirmed, see you soon. And then the call hangs up, it finishes. So going back to the sort of the use cases here that I was referring to. Who told me about the time? Oh, is it, counter's right there. Okay. So I think so in closing, I think the thing is that there's a large opportunity for current CPaaS providers that can launch these interactive services on existing networks. I'm actually doing it on a regular. There's no other special thing or application or network resource needed. This is an application that can be created by a platform like ours, CPaaS, which can have a fully interactive communication session just based on a standard audio-based PSTN call. That's it.
All right. Well, thanks, Adam.